Good afternoon everyone. We are the group firm. We will discuss about the good life. Next slide please. So objectives. The principles of Plato and Aristotle in attaining good life. Discuss good life. Discuss good life attained by science and technology. Enumerate the 5 goals of life. Next slide please. So Aristotle and how we all aspire for a good life. So before I will talk about this slide, we should tackle about who is Aristotle first. So I think most of us already knows who is Aristotle, right? Uh, so Aristotle is one of the famous Greek ancient philosopher way back then, and his philosophy revolves around ethics and the purpose of life. So Aristotle taught that we should develop virtues like courage, wisdom, and moderation to reach our full potential, and living virtuously means acting in ways that benefit ourselves and society. So, in kaning kuan, example, a student who studies diligently helps classmates who are struggling and pursues personal interests like sports or music. This balanced approach can lead to a deeper sense of satisfaction. In short, no, na as si Aristotle teaches us that a good life is not just about success or pleasure but about becoming the best version of ourselves. Next slide please. So, this slide kay na siya quote no na happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. So let's interpret this quote. So for Aristotle, happiness isn't just short-term pleasure, it's a long-term state of flourishing or na ginatawag na eudaimonia. It's a Greek word for happiness, or more accurately, the flourishing life or the good life. So example, imagine a students who balance study, friendships, and extracurricular activities. They maintain good relationships and stay curious. They also contribute group projects. So this balanced approach reflects the idea of growing in virtue, which means high good moral or sa Tagalog pa kabutihan, and seeking overall well-being. In short, Aristotle believed that a good life means being virtuous and finding lasting happiness instead of chasing quick pleasures. We should make choices that help us grow and care for others. Let's think about how our everyday actions can build this good life. Thank you. Next water please.
So, Plato, God of life. So, Plato was a Greek philosopher. He considered one of the most influential philosophers in history, and one of Plato's main contribution to philosophy was his theory of the good life. He believed everybody has natural desire for justice and goodness. If people could only find the courage to act on it, they would naturally become a good and noble. This explains why Plato felt it was so important for people to cultivate virtue in order to lead a good life. A good life, according to Plato, involves living in harmony with one's inner nature and understanding the true nature of reality. To do this, one must overcome negative emotions such as anger and greed and embrace truth and knowledge. Next. Happiness is the goal Happiness is the goal of a good life. So in the 18th century, John Stuart Mill declared the greatest happiness principles, and the next reporter will continue.
John Stuart Mill, saying that action is right as far as it maximizes the attainment of happiness for the greatest number of people. So para kay John Stuart Mill, mas pipiliin niya yung mga mas nakakaraming tao kaysa sa nag-iisang tao. Mas pipiliin niyang kumbaga i-entertain ang karamihan kaysa nag-iisa lamang. Kumbaga if there's a choice na pagpipiliin siya kung alin ba ang mas matimbang sa kanya, ang nag-iisang tao o kaya ang karamihan, mas pipiliin niya pa rin ang karamihan kaysa sa nag-iisang tao. Plato. The task of understanding the things in the world runs parallel with the job of truly getting into what will make the soul flourish. In an attempt to understand reality for external world, man must seek to understand himself too. Para kay Plato, ah, para sa kanya is sinasabi niyang kailangan mo muna intindihin ang sarili mo bago ang ibang tao. Kumbaga, sa generations natin ngayon is karamihan naman sa atin yung mga pakialamera, hindi man lang nila naiintindihan ng iba, sumasawsaw sila agad. So para kay Plato, ginawa niya ito para mas malinawan tayo na kailangan na muna natin intindihin ang sarili natin bago tayo mag-attempt na intindihin ang ibang tao or makialam sa ibang tao.
About kang Plato, world of matter, things are changing and impermanent. So, according to Plato daw, Plato believed that world of matter was made up of 5 types. So, no, 5 types. So, earth, air, fire, water, and cosmos. Ang cosmos is meaning is universe or space na siya. Sa world of forms po, entities are only copies of ideal and models, and the form are real and entities. Sa theory ni Plato po, sa Plato theory of forms is or known as theory of ideas, is a physical world is not the true winawala ko. The theory suggests that the physical world is not the true reality. Instead, the true reality is made up of abstract, timeless, and perfect forms. Example sa abstract is kanang justice, goodness, bali mo ra siya ideal ra gid siya. Digid natin siya makita bitaw nga kuan. Timeless pod, not bound by time, and perfect form. Mga example is perfect mga shapes, mga perfect shapes mo na sila. Kung imo na siyang ikuan with perfect straight lines and precise angles existing in a world of forms. Ayon, Aristotle. Si Aristotle is next slide. Next slide. Si Aristotle is kuan siya kanang student ni Plato. So Aristotle is 384 to 322 BC, a Greek philosopher and a scientist. So, yang koan is he gave distinction between theoretical and practical. So, theoretical discipline and practical disciplines. So, saan theoretical disciplines? Theoretical disciplines is biology, physics, etc. Like for example na kanang nakay data. So kung say nahitabo bitaw sa imong based on data siya, based on theory or records sa nahitabo sa kuan itan sa society na kuan sila og kanang data about sa kanang balaod para makuha nila ang balaod, kailangan lang silang data nga mo implement nila. So mo na theoretical disciplines. Ang practical is disciplines, ethics and politics, like na murag na experience nimo sa word sa practical. So mga to siya na. Next reporter.
Hello, Cognex. So mga hapon sa tanan. Truth is the aim of the theoretical senses is good. Senses good is the end of the practical ones. Every attempt to know is connected in some way in attempt to find the good, or as said, the attainment of human flourishing, the ability to live a good life, goal of life happiness. Si Aristotle ay ang first thinker who dabbled into the complex problematization of the end goal of life. So si Aristotle nag-talk sa siya about happiness. Marato, next reporter.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Continuing about Aristotle. So, Aristotle disagreed, unlike his teacher Plato, who believed in ideal realm of perfect forms beyond our senses. So, Aristotle argued that the only reality we can access is the one we experience through our senses, and that change is natural and ongoing process within this physical world, not just an illusion or transition between different states of being. So change is a process. Start as potentialities and move toward actualities. So Aristotle says that humans have potentialities that inspires towards their actualities. He essentially saying that every human being has the inherent capacity to develop and reach their full potential. For example, a young child has the potential to become a skilled musician, but in order to be skilled musician, they need to practice and learn to fully realize this potential and become actual musicians. So this example focuses on potentiality towards actualities of a child. So rather than illusion. That's all to my part.
Good afternoon. So we will be discussing the different school of thoughts that aim to define what it means to live a good and happy life. Throughout history, various philosophers have shared their belief on how people can achieve happiness and fulfillment. These schools of thought provide different perspectives on what makes life meaningful, whether through material wealth, pleasure, self-discipline, or wisdom. Some of the notable school of thoughts include materialism, Hinduism, Stoicism, theism, and humanism. Next reporter.
Good afternoon, everyone. Materialism. Number one, makes us attain happiness. Number two, for Democritus and his disciples, the world, including human beings, is made up of matter. Number three, material wealth is the primary source of the meaning and their existence. Materialism is a philosophical belief that consider physical matter as the foundation of reality and views material wealth as essential happiness. It suggests that positions, wealth, and tangible success contribute to a fulfilling life. Next.
Okay, so I'm going to talk all about hedonism. Hedonism is a philosophical belief that pleasure and happiness are the primary or most important intrinsic goods in life. It teaches that the pursuit of pleasure and the avoidance of pain are the keys to fulfilling life. So, hedonism has roots in ancient Greek philosophy with figures like Aristippus of Cyrene, who promoted immediate physical pleasure, and Epicurus, who advocated for a balanced life with moderate pleasure and minimal pain. So these are the key principles of hedonism includes. So first, we have pleasure as the ultimate goal. So life's purpose is to maximize pleasure and minimize suffering. And second, different types of pleasure. Some hedonists focus on physical pleasures. Examples are food, luxury, or entertainment. While others emphasize intellectual or emotional fulfillment, we have knowledge, relationships, and peace of mind. Third, short term versus long term pleasure. Some forms of hedonism, for example, Epicureanism, promote moderation, recognizing that excessive indulgence can lead to pain later. So, fourth is subjectivity of a pleasure. What brings pleasure varies from person to person, so each individual determines what leads to happiness. So, with this scenario, we have here the pleasure as the ultimate goal. The realistic scenario here is, for example, after a long week of hard work, you decide to spend your weekend at the spa enjoying massages and relaxation. So, in hedonistic response, you prioritize self care and enjoyment, believing that pleasure and relaxation are essential for a good life. Now, on these examples, it shows how hedonism guides people to seek happiness while balancing short terms with long term well being. Next.
So good afternoon, everyone. So let's move on. Stoicism. First led by Epicurus, the Stoics adopted the idea that to generate happiness, one must learn to distance oneself and be apathetic. Second, apatheia precisely means to be indifferent. Third, adopt the fact that some things are not within our control. So this idea na bilang isang tao na makamit natin ang kaligayahan. So, kailangan nating matutong magdistansya at maging walang pakialam. Ito ay tinatawag na apatheia. So, ang original na termino nito ay apatheia ay tumutukoy sa pagiging walang pakiramdam o hindi nakaapektuhan. So, para sa Stoic, ang kaligayahan ay makamtan lamang sa pamagitan ng masusing pagsasanay at kawalan ng pakialam. So, ang kailangan nating tanggapin na may mga bagay na wala sa atin ang control. So, mas maaga nating matutunan ito at mas magiging maligaya tayo. Next reporter, please.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Theism. Number one, most people find the meaning of their lives using God as a fulcrum of their existence. Ibali, kani number one is, ang mga tao na nag-believe sa Ginoo is, dili sila mag-exist kung dili center ang Ginoo sa ilaha. Number two is the ultimate basis of happiness of peace. For peace is the communication with God. So, dito. Number three, the world where we are in is only just a temporary reality where we have to maneuver around while waiting for the ultimate return to the hands of God. Theism is the kani siya kay gabilib sa isa ra ka Ginoo, one which is the only one creator of lives. Next, please.
Kani daw siya is kitang mga tao is naadjud tay mga kaugalingong freedom sa usag-usa og napud tay mga kaugalingong mga desisyon og napud tay mga sarili natong mga desisyon nga ato ara. Number two, humanism see themselves as individuals who are in control of themselves and the world outside them. Example sa mga humanism is mao na sila ang mga tao nga nisunod ra sa mga filosofiya sa kumbo. Og mao na sila ang mga personal na autonomy, nag-control sa itong mga kaugalingon. Og naapod ay mga sila mga desisyon nga mga silang usag-usa. Number 3, developing machine, tools, process, and many others. Example ako ay mao ni sila ang mga device nga mga kagamitan nga mga disenyo sa pagbuhat sa mga automatic nga mga trabaho like mga makina og mga instrumento nga mutabang og buhat para makompleto ang mga automatic nga mga buhatonon trabaho og na to. Thank you.